Why is it always the last Friday of October this puddle appears? Better go and get the mop.
I worked for the magnificent Ashray for 3 years, being locked in cabinets and disappearing, being sawn in two and locked in a barrel full of water, twice a night for 3 years. Only Christmas and New Year's Day off. When we came to stage that night, I told him I had had enough of being an assistant and I was starting my own act. I remember it like it was yesterday. The 30th of October 1891. It was a Friday in Kilmarnock and the audience that night was not particularly large. I don't know why, but none of them ever forgot it. The stage manager rushed up and asked if we could do another trick to fill in for an act that had not shown up. Ashray was incandescent with rage and at first refused to go back on. Then suddenly he gave me a strange smile I had never seen before, and he turned to the stage manager and said, "Yes, of course," without even asking for more money. "We will do the water barrel trick." We had never done the water barrel trick on stage. We had rehearsed it many times, but it was not perfect yet, and a couple of times Ashray had to intervene to release the lid of the barrel for me, as the concealed catch wasn't quite right yet. Just as Ashray was putting the lid on the barrel, he had that strange smile on his face again, and he whispered something to me. To this day, I am not sure if he said goodbye or good luck. Now every last Friday of October, I appear here, and all I can do is spill water.
I used to be able to play in the sun, but now I must embrace my darkness. However, I know my hair will always be perfect with Unreal.
Hello? Marius, move your camera up so we can see your face. Oh, we can't hear you, Marius. You're on mute.
That better, stupid thing, can you hear me?
Yes, so stop shouting.
Ethel, is that you? Are you all right? You look more ghostly than usual.
Yes, dear, it's me. It's the shocking signal in the asylum. So many dead spots here tonight. This is the best I can do, I'm afraid.
And there's no... I can only see a picture.
Oh, just ignore her. She's multi-witching and cleaning out her cauldron. She just didn't want to miss out on anything.
Hello? Hello? Are we going out now? Are we?
Oh, no, dear, not yet. The living are still dealing with that virus thingy.
So bloody annoying. So few of them are going anywhere. And the ones that do are so stupid. They don't realize what I am or what I can do to them. It's really no fun when they don't scream.
Oh, I know. It's like they think nothing will harm them. If only they knew.
I miss running around and pouncing on people, getting accidental belly rubs when they try to get away from me. Oh, the good old nights. Run.
Maybe we'll just have to rethink things, adapt to the new normal.
I've been thinking about that. Of course, they all still taste the same to me, but not as spicy without the fear. So how to scare them now?
Oh, I need to pee. Hold on.
Carry on, Marius. Ollie can catch up later.
What if we mutated, like their virus? I mean, no one believes we exist anyway, so why not? If we don't exist, then anything is possible, right?
What have I missed?
Shh. Marius was just going to suggest an idea.
What if we could transfer our energy into something like their virus, but one that travels through the computer systems when they're talking to each other?
You mean like a computer virus? But instead of messing with their phones and laptops, we could mess with their minds?
Yes, exactly. Do you think we could do that?
I think we could give it a jolly good try.
Och, it's yoursel. I thought I was the forgotten sentry of St. Valerie on Caw. I don't know why I'm still here after yesterday. To be honest, I dinna ken how Rommel has any shells left. Between his panzers firing their guns on us, and the artillery too. I thought I was done for. I couldn't hear my own voice for the sound of the gunfire. Every building round about me was blowing up, bricks and shrapnel flying past me like midges on a summer night. Then, that huge red flash, with a thunderous roar like no other. When I came round a minute later, it had all stopped. Just the eerie glow of the burning buildings everywhere. The wind which blew off the sea reminded me of the trips to Prestwick and Troon Beach when I went with my father and mother when I was a boy. Since I woke up, that wind has been blowing steadily. I can't feel that fresh breeze in my face anymore though. Nobody has come over with any tea or rations since I came down here yesterday. But I didn't feel hungry or thirsty anymore. I just didn't understand. Up in the streets, the Germans are everywhere. Our boys are surrendering. The 51st Highland Division. Never. It can't be. I can still hear the pipes playing. Yet neither the Jerrys or the Jocks are coming near me. You would think they couldn't see me. It's as It's as if I wasn't even here anymore.
Having trouble meeting that special someone? Or something? Enjoying plenty of flesh? We have fresh meat added every day.
Oh, good morning, Dad.
What happened to you?
Oh, I slept in the shower this morning. Nothing important. Oh, okay. Can you take the Egyptian tear bottles off display and just return them to the stores? Yeah, will do. Okay.
That belongs to me. It was stolen from my family, my country. It contains within the tears of my husband, who was killed in battle. I last saw it nearly 2,000 years ago. It is time the bottle is returned to me. It shall be returned.
I must have hit my head harder than I thought.
To select a spirit, perhaps procure a poltergeist, you've come to the right place. Hire a horror, we've got scares for every occasion.
Tell you a tale about me. 3 pots of gold I was promised today, the deed today. Only was given 1 that very same day. The others kept it hidden from me. 1 upon the tower high, upon the church in the middle of town, I cannot reach. But the tower's the same distance it is to hit the river deep. And someday the church will fall and it'll come to me. The other is round the mare's neck. And someday he'll have a look and he'll fall in and I'll get my gold to have from him as well. I cannot go, I cannot travel until I get paid in full. The deed I did was dirty indeed. 3 innocent women I took away from here. If you look down towards the bottom end of this crown of Kilmarnock, you will see 3 hills. One of golden corn, one of red beech tree, and the other of darkened stone. The 3 witches they call it, the 3 witches indeed. Now that day I regret doing, because it was a terrible deed in sea. Now I'm going to tell you, I want to leave this place, but I cannot go. I cannot create a rainbow until my golden pot is full. Ah, you can see it. You can see it if you look, but you'll never get near it. It'll drive you crazy if you try, but you're welcome to do. Now I'm going to tell you this, get on your way and don't come back this time or any other day. Go away.
Have you had a spell go wrong or ridden your broomstick into a wall? Why not contact Injury Witches for You? We'll fix everything. So what happened for you to end up here, Bessie?
Oh, it all started last week when I was going by old Jonesy's farm. And I saw that his coos were out, but one was lame. So I got my herbs out my wee pouch and I mixed it a wee poultice. And it worked a fair treat. But the next day, the coo wasn't producing any milk. And old Jones made an accusation that I was a witch. And so they took me in the middle of the night here and they tortured me with a red hot poker for 3 days until I confessed. What about you, Maggie?
Well, my story's a bit ordinary. You'll have heard it before. My old neighbour was taken ill, and I thought I'd go and help him, and he had such a raging fever. I tried to help him, got the cold water, and was bathing him down, and his wife came in for a toilet, and oh my God, she's a fearsome, jealous woman. Fearsome jealous she was. Accused me of trying to steal her husband and all things like that. Just terrible, it was terrible. And then she cried me a witch. Well, they came in the night and took me from my sleep. And I'm sorry, Bessie, I didn't last as long as you. 2 days. And I confessed, I couldn't bear the weight of that boot on me. It was crushing me. And the red hot coals in my feet. Oh, so terrible. And I confessed. No. What about you? You're awful quiet.
Well, I suppose I might as well tell you my story. It's a wee bit different for the two of yous. Since last year, I've been courting this young man, you know. At first he wasn't interested in it at all, but mixed myself up a wee potion, you know, and slipped it in his drink. Had to make sure, of course, that I was the first person he saw, you know, after he drank it, because it was a love potion. Well, for a year we were really happy. He couldn't do enough for me. I just needed to say I wanted it and I got it. But then it started to wear off. And his eyes started to wander. And before I could make another potion, he was gone. Well, I wasn't happy, of course. So I cursed him, that no other woman would ever want him. And the very next day, he was covered from head to toe in boils. Well, of course, he accused me of being a witch. That was 3 weeks ago, and every day since then, they've had me in that there torture chamber. Given me every bit of torture you could ever imagine. Sheer exquisite pleasure. Wonderful, I loved it. Because you see, I am a witch. So I eventually just confessed when I got bored. But you know, even after they burn me, I'll live on in spirit, and that man will be cursed until the day he dies and after.
Right, Jean, time for your burning.
All right, ladies. I hope they come for you soon. You're gonna regret this.
You fools! You do me a favour. I am rid of this mortal coil body. My soul is free, and I shall be returning every All Hallows Eve.
New black velvety chocolate with luscious red centre. Authentic flesh and bone flavour, but vegan friendly. Only from Badberries.